Now, speaking of exquisite, the joy that Droid saw when he saw Jessica was something that was lovely to see. Jessica, when you walked off, though, you didn't walk off making the housemates feel a lot of love. You were literally just like, bye, Droid, bye, everybody else.
It wasn't intentional.
Okay.
It wasn't intentional.
Okay.
You need to be in my shoes.
At that point,
yes,
to
it wasn't intentional.
Okay. But then you came back to see that the dynamics had changed a little. Afia was in the mix. So soon after you had left the house. Did you feel like it was too soon for Droid to have moved on?
I don't know if he moved on.
He didn't?
I'm not sure.
It didn't look like that from our side. I mean, it seemed like he had.
Well, he told me he didn't move on, so...
Droid, you didn't move on?
I was getting to know someone.
You were getting to know someone. But
which happened to be Afia.
But at least correct me if I'm wrong, but how the two of you were, where the two of you, you and Jessica, you were practically wifey and hubby.
Yeah.
At least that's what you're calling yourselves. So if a few days later you're getting to know someone, then was it surface level?
No, so Jessica and I, as you are saying correctly, means we had some level of connection and we had spoken about it before the Saturday, more than 2 times.
Right.
What if this happens? What's the next thing we are going to do? So apparently I carried on what we had spoken about before.
So you decided that you go on with the game, you still pair up with whoever, and then you would find love.
Exactly. Not... the plan was that I continue with the game, but in the same equation, I used the opportunity to test the love I have for Jessica. If someone else coming into the whole balance would change my feelings towards her, which was surprisingly not possible. So, yes.
Afia, did you feel that you had become close to him? Did you feel like you were in a relationship with him? Sorry, not in a relationship per se.
Not in a relationship, but then we connected very well.
Okay.
And what he's saying that he was texting his love for Jessica, it's a lie.
You don't believe that?
No.
At all?
Not at all.
You feel that he had moved on?
Yes, because if you really loved her, he wouldn't have moved like with me. Do you get it?
So do you feel that he moved on too quickly? For someone who said that this was his wifey, did he move on too quickly?
Something like that. Okay. But then he told me that, he was so in love with her. But then as time went on, things change. Do you get it?
Okay.
And it wasn't the same thing he said to me first. It was a different thing.
Completely?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what he said to Jessica about his feelings for you.
So you thought it was going to develop, or it was developing?
Some people asked me about that, and that is when I had to be smart with whatever I say. I had to be smart with whatever I do or whatever I say. I can't say, oh no, but keep on. I never said I love him. It was developing. And it's developing for everyone. You can meet someone today and your feelings for them are developing. It's rational. It happens. And I always said I love you. And so it's very different. And you don't expect to put a grass.
Okay. Afia, how do you feel seeing that or hearing that?
I'm not really surprised.
Okay.
I'm not surprised at all.
But he did say he was in the developing stages to an extent. Jessica, how do you feel like hearing him say he was in the developing stages of something else with someone else because you had left the house?
I mean, that could happen because I wasn't around. So I'm not going to blame him or if you're that much. If it's developing, it's developing. But at the end of the day, a thing for you never lost. I'm back now and then. I'm sure it has stopped developing.
Okay. Has it, Droid?
Yes, it has.
It has. If how did you feel like with this connection ending?
I feel
he doesn't care about my feelings too.
Oh, he
'Cause
doesn't?
if you really loved her, you wouldn't tell me things that you like me and things are getting, like, do you get it?
Far
That's-
advanced.
I feel he's protecting her feelings whilst you are hurting me. You are really hurting me.
Okay. Kwame. Always in the mix.
AJ.
You were quite vocal about your thoughts on the dynamics between Droid. Quickly moving on. Let's take a look at this.
With me, if I want to give my fair judgment, I would say it wasn't too long for him to kind of be with someone else.
Right.
It was more like 3 days after, 2 days after. Do you get?
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's really crazy, Kwame.
AJ, no, let's
Yeah.
get something straight here.
Tell me.
When Jessica, I told her I wasn't giving her any information
But
about what was happening.
You weren't giving her information, but proceeded to give her information.
No, no. So this is what happened here. She insisted, Jessica, myself, and Droid have that bond already.
Okay.
And then Droid is my brother. I feel it is prudent for me to say something. And then with Jessica, Jessica went and came back. So she came to me that, what's the update? And I told her, no, go to Afia, talk with Afia, and talk with Droid. Then she proceeded that, what do I think about the whole thing? I was like, well, if you are asking me, I feel this, but I'm not going to say anything about what happened. Go and ask them. And this was like just a snap of it.
Okay.
So I
Just a-
didn't give, no.
You didn't give a lot of
This time
information.
around, Kwame, I'm focusing on
Yourself.
myself and
Tracy.
Tracy. So
Hey, you couldn't
no.
remember.
No, yes, no, AJ, don't do that to me, please.
I'm just me and anyways.
Tracy.
What is your honest opinion about the Droid Afia Jessica triangle?
I don't have anything to say. They are both adults. They know what they are doing. I have no thoughts, no opinions. They should just trash what they have. That's all.
Okay, let's take a look.
I don't want to be in this pain again. I've been through a lot. Let's pray in our hell. It's gonna be okay.
You feel like I am preaching. You feel like that.
It's really.
Wait.
I kept on asking you, like,
You asked me and I told you from the on.
and
Wait,
didn't you
don't
change
make
your
it
mind?
look like that. Don't make it look like
Droid.
that. You asked me and I told you. And
Why is your voice
everyone-
up?
No, I want you to paint that picture and make it look like.
I'm painting a picture. Can you stop talking about this? They are telling me I'm painting a
No,
picture.
whatever we are saying is an art. Whatever you say is building something and is showing something. I don't want you to put that picture in there that like
I even asked you yesterday too, didn't I?
you asked yesterday. You asked me that if I would go back to her.
Hey,
No, you
Droid.
spoke to me.
Not
Relax.
even yesterday only. I've been asking you
spoke-
after that.
we spoke
I
and
make
then
sure.
what we spoke about yesterday wasn't me speaking to you. Don't play me.
I don't think the
You don't know how to. Don't play me.
I don't think the
You don't know how to.
Jessica, Afia, Droid. Interesting triangle. How do you react, or how did you feel seeing how close they had started forming, Jessica? I mean, the kiss.
I mean, I heard it was even more than a kiss.
Oh, eh? Hold on. There was more?
More like smooching and all that.
Droid, is that true?
The meaning of the smooching?
Have we not all, is that what you say? Have we not all been smooching? Oh, that knows. J. Chris, last week you were in this interesting dynamic as well. You had someone come in, you were in a relationship, you sort of threw all of that into the mix. Now you're not on the hot seat, at least in this particular regard. Looking at this triangle that is formed, what are your observations about it? And the way Droid is dealing with it as against the way you dealt with it?
I really like the position I was in last week, so it was really stressing. It was a lot.
It was. And how do you think Droid is dealing with it being in the same situation?
I don't really know. I don't know how he's dealing with it. I'm just an extra, so that's all. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts about how this triangle is going to unravel?
No.
Okay. Now, Delki, what are your thoughts about this drama, or this triangle, to be specific?
AJ,
Because
I don't like talking about anything of relationship. I think when she came, I told her, I won't tell you anything unless you put your eyes on the floor, see whatever you want to see. So that's it. Put your eye on the floor. See whatever you want to see, because me, I'm out. I don't want to be a betweener.
you don't want to at all.
I didn't. I don't want to. So I'm out.
Tessie, last week you were on the receiving end to an extent. Your thoughts on the Jessica Droid Afia saga? Well, to be fair, in this situation, you kind of like Afia, or at least you were. You were the one in the house. Someone came, it threw everything else into a mix.
I don't have anything to say. It's actually between the three of them, and mostly the man.
Who are you most sympathetic to?
I'll say Afia, because I've been there and I know how it feels.
Okay.
So, but then it all depends on the man.
Martin, you decided to get yourself into the mix a bit. Try and be a counselor or something in that regard. And I don't think Tessie was very, very happy with him trying to meddle into people's affairs. I don't know if you were. But what made you want to get into that dynamic?
So basically, I have a brother-sister connection with Afia.
Okay.
Afia's like my little sister. I call her
Okay.
my ginger.
Okay.
And it's interesting because a day after, I found out that me and Jessica have some common things as well. So now it's, I don't know,
Yeah, in the
I'd
middle.
rather stay out of this. Yeah,
But in the beginning, you didn't want to stay out of it.
yeah, because I was...
You were trying to.
Yeah, I knew Afia then. But then after getting to know Jessica or speaking with her,
Right.
it's tricky for me. I'd let Droid make the decision. I just want to be like the UN in this.
Okay.
I don't want to...
But Droid, you have made a decision
Yes, I have.
to stick with.
Jessica.
Okay. How do you feel like knowing you're hurting Afia to some extent?
I believe from how I'm handling it, I've been trying to make sure that I'll be there throughout the process and let her understand the difference here. Because when I said I like her, it wasn't a lie, which I admitted to Jessica. And then I made her understand the fact that I love Jessica and then I like you. Which my like for you is not like the regular I would have for everyone. But then this is a situation I love someone. And so if the person is back, I still have the connection. I don't want a situation whereby I am with you and then you see me eyeing her because I love her. and I would rather want to clear the air the instant so that you don't get crosshead in between. So I just let you know that I love Jessica. I like you as well. But as it stands in the beginning, I told you if she's supposed to come, I would choose her. And letting you understand throughout the process that was developing something. And let's see how it turns out. I believe Martin would confirm to the fact that a day before they asked me that, what if this is supposed to happen, what will I do? And I told them that when we get there, we will cross it.
You'll cross it, okay.
And he's not the only person I said same to.
Okay.
So it means that it was something developing, and then it was something that was already established in the equation. So I had to go with what was established, my love for Jessica.
All right.
And that
I
was
appreciate that.